I want to take a moment. I broadcast here from Los Angeles, California, here in Southern California, specifically Highland Park, which is an area of Los Angeles, California. We had an incident here in Southern California today, this morning, specifically at Saugus High School there in Santa Clarita. It's actually northwest of where I currently reside and where the studio is and where we record. And it's yet another instance of senseless violence. And I guarantee I have some listeners out there that saw that news this morning, and they were kind of preparing themselves for me to rant about it and to go crazy about it and everything else. And I'll tell you, I'm just not going to fucking do it. I'm not going to fucking do it again. I feel like I'm a broken record talking about this stuff all the time. And there's nothing else I can say at this point. There's nothing else I can say. We sit here, you have many people out there worshiping at the feet of the National Rifle Association that just don't care about these things. They don't care about dead children. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, that's the reality. We have people that lost their children today to senseless gun violence. I actually have some people I used to work with, a husband and wife, and their son goes to that high school, was on his way to school today. When it all unfolded, and fortunately for him, he wasn't on campus yet, but unfortunately for a couple of students, they were. And this is just this constant cycle that we go through every time this happens, and nothing ever gets done. Nothing. I was in high school when Columbine happened. 1999, I was in high school when Columbine happened. 20 years later, over 20 years later, and nothing has changed. In fact, it barely made the news today. It barely made the news. So there's nothing for me to rant about. You all know where I stand on this, and hopefully one day we will see change. But it's tough to see it on the horizon at this point. It really is, because a lot of people in this country, I'm not even going to say most people, but a lot of people in this country, money is more important to them than lives of children, than morals, than taking care of their own, and it's just getting disgusting, just getting disgusting at this point. So I have nothing else to say on it. My heart goes out to everyone affected by this, and just, I'll tell you, if you have children, hug them a little closer tonight. I know I was doing that. My child is not in school yet. She's 3 years old. But that was a lot of my day today, knowing that there are parents out there that aren't able to hug their children tonight. And that's just, there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. And we need to see change, and I'm not going to sit here and harp on it, despite the fact that I just talked about it for 2 minutes, but I'm not going to sit here and harp on it because there's nothing else that we can do. There's nothing else we can do at this point. We need other people to realize that common sense is the most important thing here. And until we get there, this is going to continue to happen, unfortunately.